What's up everybody, welcome to Money Management channel. My name is Andrei and today I'm gonna be doing an update on MMTLP and FINRA saga.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed, born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up.
And on today's video guys, first of all I will show you the latest update from Scott Traudt in regards to his RICO lawsuit. Then I will continue with some questions that Scott asked to the MMTLP community, and I will show you how the community can help him and basically can help each other. On top of that guys, I will show you an update from Mark Basil in regards to the claims that were made by Charles Gasparino. On top of that guys, I will show you how miserable the FINRA's actions are and how we can basically use this information in our upcoming litigations. So, and before we dive deep into all of this, guys, please hit the like button for YouTube algorithm and drop me a line in the comment section for whatever reasons you want. And let's start with this tweet that Scott Traudt published just several hours ago. He wrote this: "Happy Labor Day, folks. Here's the update on where things stand and my latest jiu-jitsu spinning-off Sam Dreddy's 3 monkeys affidavit. See no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil. Regarding the blue sheet data, as I posted earlier, they just used affidavit from Khorsani in my case. So, Ari's lawyers have taken a less than congenial approach in the case already, which I expected, as I have no love lost for their client Mr. Naked Shorts USA either, and have attempted to sway the judge with my sordid past of being arrested in 2007 after getting back from Afghanistan with a broken ankle. No heroics was winning hearts and minds in Kandahar in a retail soccer game when my ankle broke trying to make a shot on goal, but I digress. They informed the judge of my arrest record in their motion to dismiss, yet didn't tell the full story and left the court with the perception I was a criminal. I fought for 15 years to clear my name and eventually won an exceedingly rare coram nobis ruling in New Hampshire, where the court basically threw out the rule book. It's public record that my attorney in 2022 is now a state judge in New Hampshire. As a matter of fact, 2 of my attorneys are now judges. I must be a judge whisperer. And allowed things in court that were just magnificent, such as when I wasn't getting the question from my attorney correctly. Your Honor, permission to lead the witness, the court granted." And guys, I have to say that Scott is a perfect writer, as you can see in his tweet. And I have to say that it is my pleasure to read this type of tweets. So, let me continue. The short form. The cops concealed evidence, didn't disclose their records, they lied under oath about their disciplinary histories. The prosecutor accused me of war crimes in Iraq that never happened, and the anti-gun police chief sanctioned the whole thing because he knew I was a Second Amendment activist who had a prominent role in the US District Court in Rhode Island, shutting down national gun buybacks by then HUD Director Andrew Cuomo. Yep, a RICO suit. The judge went wild when he saw how much evidence we presented for gun fists by the local carabinieri, and Andy Wild Hands told HUD, "Don't you sops do this anymore." My life is public record, proud equally of the wins and the losses because it's about being in the fight, not staying on the sidelines. As I've said to a lot of people, the MMTLP smash and grab, my swap and RI and Fidelity has too many parallels to what done to Scott Traudt, my daughter and wife, by crooked cops and prosecutors, so I have extra gear in this fight, or 2 maybe. Anyway, if you Google me, the rest of the sordid details of my victory are there. The problem for Aris Chicago, Boston local attorneys, I think that covers them all, is that I ain't afraid to go for sanctions, especially since that's not the only thing they lied about in an attempt to discredit me. As the saying goes, I must be over the target for that level of risk your bar card to bust Scott Traudt's balls, sort of insanity. After all that blathering on and on, it feels just good to post this, which gets filed tomorrow, a motion to get Sam ready in the witness box. So yes, we are exchanging fire up here in Vermont and doing our best. Guys, he added this link to his filings, and I have to say that this story is really impressive. And I want to give a huge shout out to Scott Traudt, because for now, he is not only one of the leaders in our community, one of the headliners, but he is a very interesting person in general. So, let me show you another tweet that was written by him, and let me quote you this in details. It is just 4 questions, and basically it is a ask for help. So, grinding away here at the Redneck Riviera in beautiful Stafford, Vermont, and the 411 calls is ready. Could use some help researching the following data. 1. FINRA and the SEC exchanged emails long before the U3 nuke on December the 9th, 2022 about possible fraud in MMTLP. Anyone who has them, please send or post here. 2. Any documents from FINRA on the supposed coding error trotted out as the reason for the U3 halt. 3. Any broker-dealer or industry-friendly techie who actually can show me a true copy, redacted for personal information or business or trade. I just want to see the data fields to impeach Sam Dreddy's affidavit of what a blue sheet in fact looks like after being printed for just one security on the OTC. I've got this affidavit that was filed in the Horsani case and resembled in Traudt versus Rubinstein, and none of it makes sense. He says, blue sheet data does not identify the position held in a specific security on a specific date by any person or entity. Further, blue sheet data does not contain information about whether or how a short position was covered or whether a short sale is naked. So, no data on an entity sounds an awful lot like these people have found ways not just to speak out of the sides of their mouths, but also their nostrils, ears, posteriors. 4. Any evidence beyond the well-known December 6, 2022 and December 3, 2022 corporate actions FINRA altered showing capacity and predilection for altering data, web pages, rules after being approved by SEC, anything demonstrating bad faith. Thanks all. Questions, comments or snide remarks, go ahead. Sincerely, Duke Nukem. And guys, I have to say that our community responded quite quickly on these questions, and Kostas wrote this tweet and he added the screenshots of the evidence of the coding issues and hiccup as per pit sessions. And next one, Junk Savvy wrote this. Scott, I just sent you the FOIA docs regarding SEC and FINRA communications to your email. And Scott responded, boom shakalaka, FINRA said they don't save naked short data, surreal. And guys, you know that a lot of our community members have some documents that is directly related to this case. And if someone on our side is asking for these documents, definitely a lot of people want to help, because we are just one big family who want to solve this major problem for all of us. And guys, let me show you another quite interesting update from Mark Basile at this time. And he responded to the tweet that was written by Charles Gasparino just a couple of days ago. And I covered this tweet in my recent video, but let me quote you this in details. Charles wrote, breaking news. Regulatory sources tell Fox Business the change in tone from Ralph Norman and other GOP congressional leaders away from FINRA culpability in the MMTLP situation came after meetings between congressional staff with regulators examining the matter, where regulators explained the good reasons why FINRA stepped in to stop trading when it did. And guys, here's the answer of Mark Basile, and I have to say that it is quite interesting answer. So, he wrote, FINRA's fraud group sent an email to the SEC about MMTLP hitting their fraud team's radar. FINRA only has administrative jurisdiction over its brokers. The SEC has administrative jurisdiction over everyone. FINRA changed a corporate action against the company's wishes to accelerate the settlement date, published the corporate action, then the very next day issued the rare U3 halt. Later, a broker admits to its account holders that they loaned the customer shares out to other brokers and can't get those shares back. This is documented by the broker in at least one instance among 105 different brokers that actively traded and that may have shorted MMTLP. FINRA then states that there are 2.65 million shorts that could not close because FINRA accelerated the corporate action, explaining that they issued the U3 halt because of so-called confusion in settlement, pegging that confusion on retail shareholders instead of looking at what their broker members would have to cover to settle the trades. The 2.65 million so-called short positions that could not close is very troubling because FINRA has not taken any regulatory action to discipline its brokers even after 620 days. Those short positions or liability from those short positions remain open. Go read the motion practice in the federal court case in Florida and everyone will have much better understanding on FINRA's role in this. And guys, this response is 100% correct, and Mark is pointing to his own experience and to the case that was filed in Florida court, where he is on the side of plaintiff against the authorities. And from his point of view, definitely he has all the evidence, and in my opinion, it is crystal clear for us that these short positions shouldn't exist, and FINRA's own actions lead to this U3 halt, but for some reasons they don't want to settle this problem. On top of that, guys, let me show you that RareTD, in response to basically Charles Gasparino tweet, and he responded to Wise Guys, and Wise Guys wrote this: on a scale of 1 to 10, is any part of this sincere apology or retraction? I think not. Take the poll. And here what Charles Gasparino wrote in his tweet: I apologize, John, from the bottom of my heart, but just end it with me. You attacked my book for no reason. You mocked me and have a show called Wise Guys, which you aren't. And I corrected the controller thing. Now enjoy your Sunday, I have sell some more books. And guys, RareTD wrote this in response to this tweet, and he basically pointed to the book that was written by Charles Gasparino. I will come to this book a bit later. That's a half-hearted apology, an excuse and a job all rolled in one. It's funny that he spent years mocking investors long before MMTLP that either lost money or have their finances frozen. But now that he's just released a new book, putting him on blast is crossing the line. Where was this fake humility days, weeks and months ago when he was almost non-stop? And now his new angle is a secret regulatory source that explained only to Fox Business why Ralph Norman appears to have changed his tune. Lies. Norman is clearly confused about the SEC's charges, or he's using it as opportunity for any number of reasons not worth mentioning. If there was a regulatory source, why not make the information public so we all can know the truth? Or, that's right, every attempt to publicly share the truth from the regulators has been routinely debunked. Sad. Everyone got out and support Gasparino's new book, leave a positive review. And here is the book, Go Woke, Go Broke, the inside story of the radicalization of corporate America by Charles Gasparino. And guys, definitely Charles Gasparino is quite tricky person. He can change his mind basically 10 times a day, depending on the circumstances, because we know that about 3 or 4 months ago, he was completely silent because of the lawsuit that was filed against him, because of his tweets and his claims to the retail community. But for now, he is active again, and I have to admit that we shouldn't worry about his actions, because in grand scheme of things, he is just a puppet in the hands of puppeteer, and we have to focus on the puppeteer itself. So let me show you another quite interesting due diligence that was made by RareDD. So this post was made basically just several hours ago. He wrote, "Anyone else find it interesting that the Options Clearing Corporation, OCC, isn't mentioned once in the SEC case against John Burda and Palikers? Why is it that the OCC incorporated options in TRCH for the first time, so close to the merger? Isn't it true that options are a way for naked short sellers to temporarily circumvent the obligation to close their short positions? The SEC has oversight over the OCC. Strange that it wasn't mentioned in the case. For some reason, it seems like the OCC's contributors might have prevented the full extent of a squeeze, if there was to be one, which also served to hide the fact that the regulators weren't doing their job of preventing manipulation. If this is true, I am not saying it justifies any alleged illegal conduct on behalf of Burda and or Palikers, but as CEO of a company, I wonder what I would have done if I knew that the regulators were ignoring the manipulation that was destroying my company and robbing my shareholders. It almost seems like the SEC knows that an MMTLP audit holds the proof that the SEC allows naked short selling and counterfeiting to occur, and in some cases they even take part in covering it up, allegedly. Why else would it now be more than 600 days without a share count? Maybe this will be addressed in Discovery. Happy Labor Day. So guys, quite interesting statement, and definitely the problem of naked shorting is much deeper than you can even imagine. And we have to do our best in order to solve it, and we have to have fair and transparent market. And guys, let me tell you my personal story. I have a wife and 2 children aged 11 and 15, as well as a small dog. After 30 years of living in Russia near the Baikal Lake, we decided to move. Now we reside in Serbia. Although I don't own any MMTLP shares, I invest a lot of time creating daily MMTLP videos. I have been doing this every day without days off and holidays for more than 1.5 years. Now I wish to buy back this time from my family, from my children. We've agreed that I will ask the MMTLP community to support me, and I will give all the money to the children. Therefore, if you believe that I am providing useful content for you and wish to support me, you can join my Patreon account. For $5 a month, I will add your name to my list of supporters if you wish. Thank you in advance. The link you can find in the description below. So, I think that's all information that I want to provide you. If you like my video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel, and see you guys and girls next time. Bye!
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gon' live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, doing no cap. Only God wants you.